day 5, and you can see I'm still in my tent. We were expecting a pretty big storm to come through. Sometime during the night it finally rolled in, probably around 4:30, 4 o'clock, something like that. So it's still kind of going. It's about 7:30, going on 8, I guess. But just kind of hunkered down right now, enjoying the little bit extra rest. Tent doing a great job, staying dry. I didn't set up in the best spot, so I got kind of water underneath the tent, but it seems to be staying out. So kudos to Lightheart Gear, putting together a great job for me. We're going to sit this out. As soon as we get going, I'll let you know what's going on. But as you can hear, it's just started to pick up again. All right, I'm out. All right, well, we're finally on our way this morning. Got started about 11 o'clock. Not a long day today, so that's good. Only about 8 miles today. Just going up and over Stratton Mountain, and then going to go to Stratton Pond for tonight. Could go probably a little further. I don't know. It'd probably be good to do a short day today, but then I'll have a short day tomorrow, setting up a really early walk into town Sunday morning, as I mentioned, I think in the last video. So that's the story for now. It's really wet out, but there's no rain right now. But the good thing about all that is it has cooled things off. So looking for that to get better as we go on today. It's supposed to get down in the 40s tonight. That'll be awesome. All right, we'll check in as we go. Well, we've been climbing Stratton Mountain, just about to the top now. Always a tough climb, especially since everything is wet. My tent weighs like twice as much. So, yeah, looking forward to getting this view here in a little bit. I'll check in back when we get there. All right, well, hopefully you can hear me. The wind's kind of loud outside, and it is chilly, which is nice after the last few days. But up in the Stratton Mountain Fire Tower, unbelievable views, just 360 degrees. New Hampshire over in that direction. I guess more like over in that direction. Look at that, looking back towards the south. Over towards the west. Amazing. All right, we're gonna hang out here for a little bit, head back down. Big crowd up here of hikers, and there's even a bachelorette party hanging out here at the summit. But just beautiful views. I'm gonna soak it in a little bit longer. I'll check up with you a little bit. All right, so we got settled in at the Stratton Pond shelter. Holy cow, the thing is pretty awesome. It's about 3 levels. Sleeps about 20. So far there's only about 6 of us in there, but there were a couple hikers headed that way when I was walking out. I'm headed over to Stratton Pond now to chill out and see the sunset. It's about 0.1 away from the shelter, north on the AT. Probably won't film at the shelter when I get back there, but I probably won't get out early in the morning either, so I'll show you in the morning what the shelter looks like. But we should get some good views here of Stratton Pond. Pretty excited about that. You also notice I have my puffy on now. Man, what a turn of events. Going from 100 degrees, near 100 degrees this week, now to the point where the sun's not even down and I have to wear the puffy already. So it's supposed to get down in the 40s perhaps tonight. But that is a welcome change, I'll tell you. All right. We'll check back in here when we get to the pond. All right, there's Stratton Pond. And that is absolutely beautiful. All right, getting a little bit of late start today. Not too late, but not very far to go today, so I just kind of relaxed a little bit. Really awesome last night. It got down in the 40s. This shelter, I don't know, it's kind of bright behind me. I'll see if I can flip around here in a second and show you what it looks like. But awesome shelter here at Stratton Pond. There is a keeper here that will collect $5 from you. However, for AT hikers, through hikers, and long trail through hikers. That $5 will get you. Will pay for the next 2 that are paid spots. Not the next 2 shelters, but the next 2 that are paid. And I can't remember exactly which ones that they are, but if you keep your receipt, that'll cover those too. As I said, a great night last night. There were only about this shelter supposedly sleeps 20. There were about 8 of us in there, and there was tons of room. I had my private little bunk area, which was awesome. Down, like I said, down in the 40s last night. This morning, probably in the 50s right now, which is absolutely perfect hiking weather, and so I'm looking forward to that. Going about 8 miles today to Spruce Peak, and then that'll give me, as I've been mentioning before, about 2.5 miles tomorrow into town, and I am certainly looking forward to that. I'm going to flip the camera around here and kind of show you really quickly what the shelter looks like. Didn't mention this yesterday. I do want to mention this before. I don't think I mentioned this yesterday, but up on Stratton Pond, I'm sorry, up on Stratton Mountain, there are paid attendants up there, Gene and Hugh. If you get a chance, if you're up there, stop and talk to them. They are just fabulous people. They've been doing that, living up there from Memorial Day to I think Columbus Day each year for 50 years, and it's just remarkable. They live in a little cottage from the 1920s. It's a little one-room cottage, and they're up there 5 days a week for the full 5 days until they come down for a resupply day. Like I said, for the last 50 years, it's pretty amazing, and they've got some great stories. I sat there and talked to them for probably an hour inside of their cottage, and it was a great time, well worth the time I spent up there. So turn the camera around and show you what it looks like in here. All right, so you got this kind of eating and cooking area, sitting area. I'm not sure how much you'll be able to see. Yeah, it's light enough in here. I slept right up there. But we got 2 levels in here of bunks. And then there's a large kind of loft area up top. I mean, I guess you can probably fit 8 up there easy. There were only 2 up there last night. All right, well, I'm going to go down to the pond, get some water, and then I'll be on my way. I'll show you if there's anything that looks good on the way. Otherwise, we'll check in. Well, I'm sure we'll check in before we get to camp. So this is how the trail has looked for all of this morning. Nothing really big up or big down. Just kind of gently rolling. About 3.5 miles into it now for today. I'll be stopping next shelter. I forget which one is that. That shelter is, but that one is about a half mile off trail, so I'm not going to stop there for a break. But right past there is a Prospect Rock, which supposedly has a good overlook. I'll stop there for a break, get a snack, hang out, enjoy this beautiful weather. Sun is shining. Not sure what the temp is right now, but it's probably still in the upper 50s or 60s, but it feels great. And so it's been an easy day of hiking so far. I will check back in when I get to Prospect Rock, unless I see something interesting before then. Oop, almost killed myself there. Alrighty. Alright, not sure if you can see that behind me. That sun is kind of bright, but we are now leaving the Black Brook wilderness here in the Green Mountain National Forest. We have just reached the trail junction here for the Douglas shelter. It's 0.5 off the trail. We'll be going down there. I'm going to keep going. Looks like we've gone about 4.3 miles today. See you at Prospect Rock. All right, well, it's super early right now. It's just going on 4 o'clock. And feel bad about stopping so early, but I'm only 2.5 miles from the road, and I have a reservation for tomorrow at Green Mountain House, which is actually going to work out better. If I went in there right now, I'd have, most of the day would be gone. So it's kind of working out close to how I planned it. So tomorrow morning I should be in there early enough for an early breakfast. Man, I'm looking forward to that. So tonight's going to be Spruce Creek Shelter. And I'm going to take a quick turn the camera around here and give you a look around. It's a pretty unique shelter. Alright, well there it is, completely enclosed. Back behind me, right down the path, is a privy, regular privy. So let's go check this out. Hopefully there'll be enough light in there. And from the looks of the register, there have been several here each night. So I would expect to not be alone tonight, but whatever. Sliding door. This is the inside. Not bad. Wood burning stove. Let's see, yeah, 2 levels. Pretty nice. I hadn't slept in a shelter, I don't think, that had a door before, so that'll be interesting. Alright, so yeah, so that's it. Not much more here for day 6. Things are going well. Body feels pretty good. I'm hoping that once I leave Manchester Center and put in that next 50 miles, by the time I get to Rutland, I'm hoping to have some legs under me to start tackling the northern half of the trail. So, but so far, no complaints. Feel good. Feel good about the progress. Probably not going to sign on unless there's a real good reason or I've just totally forgotten something. Then I probably will not shoot anything else this evening. Trying to hold out, save the rest of what I have left with my battery until I get to town tomorrow morning. So, one thing I did forget, I don't believe I shot a clip back at Prospect Rock, which was 2.5 miles back. If you are coming down the AT, up the Long Trail, Prospect Rock is right off of the Rooteville Road, which is a kind of a dirt road you'll travel down right when you come out of Black Brook Wilderness. It's 20 feet off of the trail. Must see. It's a beautiful view overlooking Manchester Center. I spent probably an hour and a half there because I had time to kill today. Great place for lunch if you're leaving Stratton Pond Shelter like I did this morning. You'll get there just in time to have lunch. So anyway, I think that's going to pretty much wrap it up for the day. Again, this will be day 6, so this will be the end of the 3rd video. Remember, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel down below. Give me a thumbs up, comment, ask questions. I will try to check the comments while I'm on the trail. So if you have questions about something you see or you're getting ready to hike the trail and you want to know something specific, please don't hesitate to leave a comment with that question. Also go to @ValisHistory. That's at the end of the video. You'll see that, or down below. Both on Instagram Valise Outdoors, not Valise History, Valise Outdoors, and then Valise Outdoors on Facebook. And I've been posting daily on both of those. So, all right, this will be it for tonight, and I will talk to you guys soon. See ya.